confidence is a skill, right? Like believing in yourself is a skill. I've got a little quote right here that I heard from Dan Pena on a podcast with Brad Lee.
That's the biggest thing we're working through, to get them where they need to be, right? It's
right.
The I can't attitude to the I can or I will. That's kind of what I approach it. And so that's what's helpful for them. And that's the best thing to say, because you say I can't, it's a good conversation to have in asking them why they think they can't. And they usually don't have a good answer for it. And I looked him in the eyes and said, why can't you be the starter? Well, this kid's been starting for the last 3 years ahead of me. I said, great. I said, take his job.
Wally Pipp never played first base for the New York Yankees ever again because Lou Gehrig played like the next 2,100 games in a row. I love that story, the story of Wally Pipp.
You always have to be ready, and that's what I try to tell, the kids themselves, because it's always you never know when your name's going to be called or when you're going to be the first man up, and you got to be ready. You don't want to make excuses, because excuses, as I say a lot, and I use this with my kids sometimes, maybe it's a little too much, but you've got a little bit of a loser mentality. We don't want that. We want to be winners, and how we're going to win, we're going to change that mindset to know that we can be ready for anything, anytime, anywhere.
Dude, it's like, what's some of the biggest things you've gotten out of that Brand Accelerator Mastermind, Aaron?
For me, it's thinking bigger, not small. That's kind of where I struggle with as mindset, being a small business owner. I don't think I can be there, but being around, and hearing other stories of where they started and where they are now. I mean, it kind of gives you a little bit of hope of anything's possible as long as you kind of keep your head down and, stay the course. Maybe short, maybe longer than you expect, but you just kind of have to grind it out and get from point A to point B.
So you said in the beginning, it was like, you're around people that have accomplished, big things. And like, do you think the reason that it really comes down to it, because I think this is really a big problem that you solve, especially for that 50 plus community, is like, are we focusing on the things that we can't do, or are we focusing on the things that we should do or would do? And I find as a baseball coach myself, and especially in our young entrepreneurs that we help, that they spend a lot of time focusing on things they can't do.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of slows us down a little bit too, because it's, we're not focusing on the trajectory of where we're going. And I think that's a lot of times with my clientele, we're always like, well, I can't do this, this, and this, so we're going to have to settle for this. In reality, we can do a lot more than you think you can based around your limitations. And I think that sometimes it's more of being more of a coach to them